Good morning, esteemed members of the jury. My name is Mateo Oñate, and today I'm honored to present to you our research paper titled Curated Heterogeneous Clinical Data and Transfer Learning for Intracranial Hemorrhage Detection in Non-Construct CT Scans. This project is a collaborative effort between Yache Tech University and Hospital San Vicente de Paul. Beyond the technical metrics, this work is a response to a real-world clinical data in our local healthcare system. So moving on to the presentation, I'm going to talk about these next topics here. And first of all, I would like to talk about the clinical motivation. So let's start with why are we here? So intracranial hemorrhage is a critical neurological emergency where time is a valuable thing. In a developing country like Ecuador, the diagnostic pressure of radiologists is immense. So manual interpretation is not only slow, but subject to a fatigue, especially during off-peak hours. While artificial intelligence offers a powerful tool for automated triage, most state-of-the-art models offers a built in a laboratory environments using perfect standardized data, but our goal was to bridge the gap between those idealized research benchmarks and the challenging reality of our local clinical repositories. Moving on to the data heterogeneity. So when we talk about data heterogeneity, our starting point was our raw data set of over 270,000 images from the hospital San Vicente de Paul. This is where we face our true challenge because in the global south, we don't have the dispositives to improve this exports of the images, such as the DICOM exports. But here we have a multi-scanner variability of Siemens, GE, and Toshiba. These are the three devices that we are using to export the GPEG images. In these files, blood intensities overlap, making simple intensity-based filters completely useless. So we had to navigate through 3D reconstructions, text overlays, and non-cranial scans. So this noise is the real bottleneck for deploying AI in our hospitals. For the data curation, that is our gold standard curation here, we are manually filtering the selection of the supraterritorial axial slices of these images. Because automated filtering failed, we took the first essential engineering step, that is the manual curation. So we established a rigorous protocol to create the HSBP200, that is our dataset. So we manually selected 200 actual slices that we meet the actual, the strict anatomical criteria. This criteria is clear gray and white differentiation, midline symmetry, and visible bilateral ventricles. The expert validated gold standard is the first systematic analysis of clinical data heterogeneity in Ecuadorian repositories. So this is an important thing because these images were previously researched for people that knows about these images. So we classified it in order to get the perfect results in our models. This proves that even with the limited resources, we can build a high quality benchmark that reflects our local reality in our hospitals. Moving on to the part of the pre-processing that is one of the most important parts of this research, we have to compare two strategies. So pipeline A, that is our baseline, we use a simple ROI masking and bitwise filtering. This is for removing our peripheral text. As we can see here on the previous images, we have around the central area, we have this text. So in order to remove this text, we use the ROI masking and bitwise filtering. But we have a little bit of granular noise inside of our central image. So in order to remove this granular filtering, we propose a next pipeline or a next strategy using a Z-score and bilateral filtering. This pipeline is used to reduce this noise, and such the model can understand and the model can train as we please or as we wanted to train it. So moving on to the architecture, when is the part that I explained how the methodology or how we move on in our research. We have here our raw data that comes into a data set. Then we manually classify these images. Then we move on to the pre-processing part. Then we train the ResNet 18 with their hyperparameters that we chose. And then we have the correct classification. So to process this data, we designed this specific architecture focused on reducing domain distance. So we use ResNet 18 backbone, pre-trained on ImageNet, and apply the transfer learning. However, the core of our innovation is not just the model, but the data engineering pipeline that we're using. This prepares the image before it even reaches to the neural networks. So we optimize the flow to ensure the model focuses on biological patterns rather than scanner artificials. So for the most important part of our research are the results. In our results, we can see that the results are mostly definitive. While both pipelines were strong, pipeline B reached the accuracy of 99.9%. But the metric I want you to focus on is the sensitivity of 100%. In a clinical emergency setting, missing a single case is unacceptable. A proposed pipeline ensured perfect capture of pathological cases while significantly reducing the false positive, achieving a specificity of 99.9%. This proves that a robust engineering approach can achieve expert-level performance even with heterogeneous hospital data. To conclude this presentation, data quality and curation rather than model complexity are the primary bottlenecks for clinical AI. We have demonstrated that throughout advanced pre-processing like Z-score and bilateral filtering, we can bridge that gap between raw and noisy hospital data or noisy hospital export and standardizing benchmarks. So this work provides a reproducible roadmap for an institutions in underrepresented regions. The success of AI in the global south depends on our ability to export or to master our own dataset or our own data engineering. So I want to express my deepest gratitude to Dr. Patricia Morales for her clinical guidance in our research and also for giving the guidance for our images. Of course, to our prestigious university for the computational support and my fellow collaborators. So this project is a testament of what we can achieve when we apply high-level engineering to solve local problems. And thank you for your attention, and I will be pleased to answer to your questions. Thank you. Paré la grabación, pero no sé dónde se guarda. Sí, ya mismo.